Good evening and welcome to the Township Committee meeting of March 9th, 2021. Ms. Bork, please call the roll.
Committeewoman Erickson.
Here.
Committeeman Thompson.
Here.
Committeeman Wright.
Present.
Deputy Mayor Delacour.
Here.
Mayor Lapani.
Here.
Administrator Ferreira.
Here.
Attorney Willard.
Here. Please join me in salute the flag. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Good evening. Please be advised that in accordance with Section 5 of the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of 1975, that notice of this meeting was made by the posting on the bulletin board at the Hillsborough Township Municipal Complex and notifying the officially designated newspapers that this meeting would take place at the Hillsborough Township Municipal Complex at 7:30 p.m. on March 9th, 2021. Members of the public may participate in this public meeting in person or via Zoom as posted. Our first order of business this evening, we approve of minutes. May I have a motion to approve the January 12th, 2021 meeting minutes?
So moved, Mayor.
Thank you. May I have a second?
So I'll second.
Thank you. And roll call, please, Ms. Bork.
Committeewoman Erickson.
Yes.
Committeeman Thompson.
Yes.
Committeeman Wright.
Abstain.
Deputy Mayor Delacour.
Yes.
Mayor Lapani.
Yes. Next will be reports from our committee liaisons. Our first up will be Committeewoman Erickson.
Thank you, Mayor Lapani. Good evening, everyone. I have a lot to read. So first, from the building department, the construction department is offering inspections on Saturdays again for residential projects. The inspection window is between 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. and is only available for electrical. Engineering department would like to inform the residents about final engineering inspections and permits closeouts during the winter months. If a property owner is looking to obtain a certificate of occupancy for a new home, home addition, garage, pole barn, etc., and the lot is snow covered, a final engineering inspection cannot be properly evaluated. However, a temporary certificate could be recommended to the building department if requested. Since the engineering department cannot properly evaluate the grading to determine any impacts to the construction or adjoining properties, an escrow warranty in the form of cash or bond can be posted to guarantee all site work will be correctly completed. Once the inspection is properly performed in the spring, the escrow can be released and a permanent certificate of occupancy can be recommended. As always, contact the engineering department directly to schedule an engineering inspection and with any questions. From social services, the Hillsborough Township Community Assistance Network, or SCAN, is preparing for the upcoming spring, Easter, and Passover holiday season. Anyone interested in helping, please consider donating holiday items or small or medium-sized baskets that can be used to create holiday baskets for our food pantry clients. Holiday items will be accepted until March 17th, 2021. Also needed are items for spring cleaning. Examples of acceptable items are sponges, dishcloths, spray cleaners, bleach, and handy wipes. Donations may be dropped off at the Social Services Office Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. For your convenience, a shopping cart is available for contactless drop-off near the wooden gazebo located behind the municipal building. Please park behind the library and look for the shopping cart on the sidewalk near the gazebo. Call the Social Services Department at 908-369-3880 if you have any questions. The Recreation Department would like you to know that registration for Summer Camp 2021 is open. There is limited space for our summer camp this year, so sign up early to guarantee your spot. Camp this year will be held at Amsterdam Elementary School from June 28th through August 6th. There is no camp on Monday, July 5th. This year, we will have 2 amazing camps to choose from. Our summer fun zone is open for children ages 5 through 11 and is available from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. or 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Our second option this year is Club Teen for children's 12 and 13 and is available from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Campers must have completed kindergarten to attend the summer fun zone camp, and campers must be 12 years old before June 28th to attend Club Team. Our summer camp is a safe and fun option that will keep your kids active and engaged this summer. Check out our website at www.hillsboroughNJrecreation.org for more information. And lastly, our Public Works Department would like you to know that after a snowy February, the Department of Public Works is back addressing its many duties. This is a great time of the year to log on to the Township website to learn about the annual cleanup and senior curbside pickup programs. If you have household items that you need to get rid of, this is your chance to do so. The Clean Communities volunteer town-wide cleanup events are also getting ready to take off. Get involved and help keep Hillsborough clean. That's it.
Not bad, pretty good. Thank you. Committeeman Thompson.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a couple things for me this evening. First, I wanted to just say thank you to Gigi's Playhouse. For those who don't know, I was able to be the MC for their annual gala that they had, which premiered Saturday night. It's available 24/7 on Facebook and YouTube and everywhere else that they posted, including their website. Gigi's, for those who don't know, is a wonderful community partner. That's a resource for families that have someone in the family that has Down syndrome. I suggest you check it out. And if you are able, if you can make a donation to them, because they provide such great resources to our community at large. So again, if you have the ability, it's Gigi's Playhouse. Hillsborough, I think, is the exact website. But again, you can find it on Facebook and everywhere else. So again, thank you to them. And I hope you can visit their webpage and Facebook and make a donation. From our court, for certain offenses, you are now able to access njmcdirect.com and have the option to dispute your ticket via the new online dispute resolution system. This allows individuals to discuss different plea agreements with the prosecutor in lieu of making a virtual court appearance. Once an agreement is made, we simply put it on the record during a court day and contact the individual regarding payment. Contact the court staff with any difficulties with this procedure or guidance, as not all offenses are eligible for this option. From our police department, the Hillsborough Township Police Department, in conjunction with the Hillsborough PBA 205 and other municipal employees, raised a total of $4,860 during the 2020 No Shave November event. No Shave November raises awareness for various men's health initiatives. Fundraising began in October during the National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. This is when participants donated an additional $20 for the right to grow facial hair in November. In November, participants donated additional $20 towards men's health while letting their facial hair flow. Over half of the officers chose to make a third $20 payment to continue growing their facial hair through the month of December. The police department had full participation by its officers and was able to raise $2,720 of the total collected. The PBA kicked in an additional $1,500, and the participation of municipal employees rounded out the total. The $4,860 would be donated equally to two local charities, Steps Together, a Hillsborough-based charity organization helping families facing medical crisis, and the Nick Mako's Cancer Call Out, helping families in need due to their battle with cancer and other life-threatening illnesses. Each charity received $2,430. Thank you both to our municipal employees, to our police department, and to the PBA for all those generous donations. From health, Hillsborough is looking to co-host a blood drive with RWJ on March 25th. Stay tuned for additional information regarding that. From Sustainable Hillsborough, we will once again be joining mayors across the country and encouraging residents to take the Wyland Foundation's National Mayor's Challenge for Water Conservation. April 1st to 30th. Last year, Hillsborough Township placed first in the New Jersey in 30,000 to 999,000 population category, and 12th in the nationwide challenge, with over 4,000 pledges by residents to save over 16.1 million gallons of water. By saving water, our communities can save energy, money, and valuable resources. Is one way we can do our part in the community and also win any of hundreds of prizes, including $3,000 for your home utility payments, and even help a local charity win a 2021 Toyota Highlander hybrid to help serve the community in the process. We can show our cities around the nation how great Hillsborough is just by participating. So you can make your pledge starting in April at mywaterpledge.com. And I'm sure we'll have that in the e-news and on the website and various other spots. Last but not least, from Municipal Alliance, we're all in this together. Hillsborough's Hidden Talents live stream fundraising event will be held on Friday, April 23rd and Saturday, April 24th, 2021. Open to the entire Hillsborough community. We're calling on all the Hillsborough students, residents, teachers, staff, business owners, anyone from the ages of 0 on up. Participants can participate by submitting a video of your hidden talents such as singing, bands, jugglers, comedians, plate spinners, poets, any silly human trick, whatever you got. Join in. Videos can be a maximum of 5 minutes. Will be accepted through March 26, 2021. Tickets will be $5 with proceeds benefiting the Hillsborough Municipal Alliance, Millstone Municipal Alliance, and Borough Safe. And please see the e-news and website for additional information. Mayor, I can't wait to see what hidden talent you plan on showcasing during the event. That was a challenge.
Yeah. There are certain things I'm talented in. That's not something.
Start learning to juggle.
Eating
There you
cookies or
go.
something. First of all, Doug, great job on the gala event. I've always had the pleasure to go as a Rotary member to their events over the years. And actually, my wife and I both enjoy the event. It's a great fundraiser. And Doug, you and your crazy pajama bottoms did a great job. And if you have the ability to watch the event on YouTube, I'm sure you can watch it again. All the funny outtakes are at the end. So make sure you watch it to the end. It's about a half-hour watch. So
Thank you, Mayor. I appreciate it.
it's a great job and a great cause. Next, our newest Committeeman Wright. Well,
Thank you, Mayor Lapani, and the Township Committee for the nod for filling Committeewoman Olivia Holmes' spot. I look forward to working with all of you over the next couple months. I'm in the process of meeting with all the department heads, and I wanted to say thank you to the administrator as well for setting up the meetings. I'm glad to see that the Township is doing a proclamation noting the anniversary of COVID, the pandemic. It's heartbreaking that we've had almost 2,500 confirmed cases in town and almost 90 deaths. I saw an article, a nice memorial from North Brunswick. What they're doing in one of their parks. I was wondering if my colleagues would also like to do is some type of physical memorial for the losses of COVID that we've had in town. Just an idea. That's it for me. Hopefully next time I'll have a little more. Thank you.
thank you, Committeeman Wright. Something that we would definitely look into and work with our Parks and Rec Department to possibly come up with some appropriate for that. Next, Deputy Mayor Delcor.
Thank you, Mayor. A few items today. Tax Department, Tax Assessor's Office. We've been talking about the fact that postcards were going to be delayed, but the 2021 tax list was finalized on March the 1st, and the assessment cards were mailed by the vendor on Wednesday, March the 3rd, so last week. You should have received it by now. If you haven't, please give it a couple more days and wait for the delivery. You also do have the option to view that postcard through the assessor's webpage. So if you need that information, you can access it, but hopefully you'll get that card relatively soon. Just a reminder, please keep in mind that you should not calculate this year's annual taxes based upon the 2020 assessment and the 2020 tax rate. The 2021 tax rate will be calculated sometime in July, June, July by the Somerset County Board of Taxation, as it is every year. So you can't just mix the years. The numbers won't match up and we'll get flooded with questions. From our finance group, the last day to license your dog without a late fee was March the 1st. Dog owners are reminded it's very important to license your dog. It allows us to make sure we can keep track of your pet should they get loose or should they wander off. And it helps police and animal control, if they do locate the dog, to know where the family is that we should be returning it to. So please make sure you license your dog, even if you haven't had a chance to do it yet before that March 1st deadline. From our IT department, during this tax season, there are a lot of threat actors that target taxpayers and their data in order to file fraudulent returns, collect refunds, and engage in other identity theft schemes. What ends up happening is these actors seek out tax information, including W-2 information and personally identifiable information, such as social security number, date of birth, bank or credit card numbers, and driver's license. And they rely heavily on social engineering tactics conducted through mail, phone, and text messages. These scams are an attempt to appear convincing and authentic in order to trick the recipients into disclosing sensitive information and credentials for online accounts. If they do steal a target's identity, they can also steal their tax refund. So similar to what you do, just normal protocol safety, please make sure you're not sharing that information with anyone. No agency will call you and ask you for that information. And also just be sure that you're also checking any phishing type expedition, so that as you may get a fake email, may look like it's from some type of an IRS or other agency. Just make sure it's actually from the true entities. And again, they will not ask you to send any information via email or text. Finally, from our business, I'm sorry, not finally, but our business advocate. Last June, the Township community, we implemented a streamlined process to help our local businesses and restaurants receive temporary outdoor dining permits as this pandemic continues to bring challenges to our restaurant community. And we're starting to see where nice pleasant weather is just around the corner like today. All temporary outdoor dining permits issued remain in effect. If there's any permit holders that would like to make changes to their permits, that will be issued through the zoning department in collaborative review with the health, business, and fire safety when necessary. Please help support our restaurants. As you can imagine, just like many businesses, they've struggled over the last year. So if you have the opportunity to support them, whether it's dining in their outdoor seating arrangements or just doing takeout or helping support in any way, we certainly appreciate it. For more information for the businesses on outdoor dining permits, you can contact the Business Advocates Office. That's 908-369-4313, extension 7106. Or reach out to David Coys, that's DKOIS at hillsborough-nj.org. And finally, from Youth Services, as I mentioned last time, we have Youth Services is a commission along with Project Graduation. They're hosting a couple fundraisers to support this year's Project Graduation. There'll be a plant sale and a Krispy Kreme donut sale. And you can see the community fundraising page on the Township website for more information and all the fundraiser data. So that's it for me, Mayor. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. All right. So we talked about this a while ago, but just a reminder, and all our members were graciously given some Girl Scout cookies from our local Girl Scouts. It's Girl Scout cookie time. Girl Scout cookies are being sold throughout Hillsborough on weekends through Sunday, March 28th. Come support our town's Girl Scouts and enjoy whatever favorite you have. Why not? It only comes once a year, so eat the cookies. Because when they're gone, they're gone. Also, next, we'd like to have a big thank you. The Hillsborough Township Community Assistant Network, otherwise known as CAN. Food Bank would like to take this opportunity to thank the individuals, the area businesses, churches, schools, and organizations that have made donations to the Township's Food Bank. Over the course of the pandemic, many people, groups, and businesses helped the Township's Food Bank, known as the Hillsborough Township Community Access Network, or CAN, meet the rising need of those in our town experience food insecurity, some for the first time in their lives. As Community Woman Erickson mentioned, they are gearing up for the spring holiday items as well as cleaning supplies. Donations may be dropped off at social services office Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. For your convenience, a shopping cart is available for contactless drop-off near the wooden gazebo located behind the municipal building, which will be back over that direction. Please park behind the library and look for a shopping cart on the sidewalk near the gazebo. Then call Social Service Department at 908-369-3880 if you have any other questions. It was also asked if there's obviously opportunities, and we've mentioned before, for volunteers that might want to help put all this food and stuff away and allocate it. So if that's something you might want to do as a gesture to help, please contact the same number and see if we can accommodate your wishes. But again, thank you to all those people who we've mentioned numerous people and organizations here that have gone out of their way to help those in need over this difficult time. And we thank you for that. From the Credit Card Advisory Committee, just a reminder, grant applications are currently being accepted through the Hillsborough Township Credit Card Advisory Committee for grants through the Hillsborough Rewards Credit Card. Obviously, the monies that are given out to help different nonprofits to help them facilitate needs that they may or may not have funds for. So thank you to that group that helps those needy people. Health update. We're always updating information on registering and obtaining the COVID vaccine as we get more information. There are various hotlines posted on our website, and special bulletins have also been sent out. If you do not have a computer or need further assistance, please contact our social service division at 908-369-3880. That's 908-369-3880 for more information and or assistance. Also, the next we would continue along on our 250th year-long celebration. We are looking for your fun facts or trivia about Hillsborough. Can't always be Committeeman Thompson who knows everything about Hillsborough. We need some other people to come up with some ideas. Our resident historian over here. Check out tomorrow's Mayor's e-news and website for how to submit your fun facts about Hillsborough. And on another note, Kaz, if you would focus on our 250th anniversary emblem, we have procured magnets with that emblem that you feel free to come by the municipal building and pick up free of charge. And you can put on your car or wherever to show your support for our anniversary. They look gorgeous. Thank you for our DPW and Pam and 250th anniversary committee to come up with that logo. It's a real cool thing. And I've already put one on my car. So please feel free to come get one. As we've seen or have seen in the news earlier today, I and the Chief of Police, Mike McMahon, issued a statement regarding the new laws signed by Governor Murphy, which essentially decriminalized marijuana and set out orders to have previous convictions and or pending cases dismissed. This was expected as a majority of New Jersey residents voted to have marijuana legalized in the state. However, what was not expected was for parents to be denied access to information regarding their child's marijuana or alcohol use. The law establishes a new framework for individuals under the age of 21 who possesses or consume any amount of marijuana, cannabis, or alcohol in a public space, including our schools. I believe that Chief McMahon would also like to provide some comments on this topic. Now I invite the Chief up to the microphone.
Thank you, Mayor. I just wanted to touch base on this legislation. I have received a lot of positive feedback from parents regarding the relationships and trust that our officers have built with them and our youth over the years. But I've also fielded many questions regarding the legislation, in particular, the fact that officers are no longer allowed by law to contact parents or guardians if we have contact with their juvenile child regarding a marijuana or alcohol issue, regardless of their age on first violation. I want to let parents know that we share their concerns and believe this legislation is very problematic for the police, the parents, and the juvenile. It hurts our ability to communicate, and it hinders the parents' ability to get their child help if they're left in the dark. Our state chiefs of police association and other groups are actively engaged in this discussion, and it's our hope that legislation will be amended in the near future.
Thank you, Chief. Late this afternoon, we learned that Governor Murphy is actually reconsidering S 3454, which is a parent notification portion of this legislation. We hope that the pressure from the Chief of Police, myself, and others were the impetus behind his reconsideration of this particular part of the ordinance, because as a parent, the last thing you want to do is to be left in the dark about your child. And I will speak for myself. That is part of being a parent, is to help your children make the decisions and get the help they need if something should happen. If anything changes regarding any aspect of this legislation, as we always do, we will continue to update the community.
Excuse me, Mayor.
Yes, sir.
I have a comment with regards to that. I just noticed in the newspaper today, actually, that Murphy backs changes to marijuana law allowing parent notification.
That's literally what the mayor.
That's what I just said.
So I just wanted to make sure that it's noted that, because it
Yeah,
sounded as if.
I just said it.
Okay.
I just said
But
that.
to be clear, he signed it without the
At the last
notification in
minute.
it. Yep. Well,
To be
and
really-
it's outrageous that they've taken parents out of the process. So I'm glad he's reconsidering, because he has to. But it's a shame it even got to the point where it needed reconsideration.
So obviously, as things are fluid here, we'll notify our residents of any ongoing changes. As always, you can stay connected with all events and more via the Wednesday Ease newsletter, the official Hillsborough Township Facebook page and Twitter, TV 29, and Hillsborough YouTube channels, showcasing our meetings and Hillsborough The Good Life episodes, and Hillsborough alerts for traffic and emergency notifications. That concludes our comments. We are now going to move to the next portion of proclamations. I would first like to read, we do have a few proclamations this evening. So as we do this, as always, I will read each proclamation into the record. After all proclamations are read, those receiving individual proclamations will be called up for a picture and be presented with your proclamation. Then we will pause the meeting for your departure. Unless you really want to stay and listen to the rest of this, you're more than happy to stay. So we will take a short 5-minute break there. This is not a proclamation, but we're happy to be including, but felt it is important to be including as part of our meeting this evening, the 1-year anniversary of the COVID-19 pandemic. Whereas COVID-19 coronavirus SARS-CoV-2 is a virus that has spread all over the world, creating a global pandemic that will be commemorated on date of March 11th, 2021. 1 year after the World Health Organization, WHO, declared COVID-19 a pandemic, honoring the catastrophic amounts of lives lost and the detrimental effects this pandemic has had on our community and economy. And whereas the Township of Hillsborough confirmed the first local case on March 18th, 2020. And whereas we understand and recognize that there has been a severe impact to the population, local economy, and community from this pandemic, and we all must acknowledge the losses to heal the wounds created by the past year of this pandemic. And whereas Hillsborough Township continued to be committed to our residents and businesses from the onset of this pandemic by remaining open and serving the community, and whereas Hillsborough Township thanks and honors our courageous healthcare providers, frontline workers, and essential personnel who remained committed throughout this pandemic. And whereas the Hillsborough community was very generous in monetary donations, as well as donations of PPE and the necessities for the Township Community Access Network. And whereas we send our deepest condolences to the families of those who lost their lives in this virus. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that we, the mayor and the Hillsborough Township Committee, do hereby honor and thank our healthcare workers, first responders, essential personnel, municipal employees, and the Hillsborough community as we come up to the first anniversary of the COVID-19 pandemic and public health crisis. Next, we are honoring Girl Scout Week. Girl Scout Week is celebrated each year during the month of March, starting with Girl Scout Sunday, ending with Girl Scout Sabbath on Saturday, and always include Girl Scout Birthday, March 12th, which commemorates the day the organization was founded in 1912 by Juliet Gordon Lowe in Savannah, Georgia. Throughout its long and distinguished history, Girl Scouting has inspired more than 50 million girls and women to strive for the highest ideals of courage, confidence, and character. Through the Girl Scout leadership, girls grow strong, gain self-confidence, develop leadership skills, and learn the lifelong lessons of contributing back to their communities. The Girl Scouts Hearts of New Jersey was formed in 2008. It capably delivers optimal Girl Scout experience to over 28,000 young women and adults in Essex, Hudson, Middlesex, Somerset, Union, and Warren counties. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that we, the mayor and Hillsborough Township Committee, do hereby applaud the commitment Girl Scouting has made to support the leadership development of American girls, and proudly proclaim this week of March 7th through 13th, 2021 as Girl Scout Week. And obviously, that kind of piggybacks on the International Women's Day that was yesterday. And, as many of us are who have sisters and mothers and daughters, could be more proud of the women in my life. And I'm sure everyone else here also. Next is the Julia Hopson Gold Award. Julia Hopson, a senior at Hillsborough High School, is a member of the Girl Scout Troop 60304 and has earned her Gold Award. Julia's Gold Award project consisted of creating a series of games for students ages 6 through 12 with English as their second language to receive outside aid in practicing their English. She met with education specialists, personally tutored students, and donated games to the Literacy Society of Somerset County. The project took over 90 hours to complete. Julia is a member of the National Honor Society, the Spanish Honor Society, and Class Cabinet. Julia volunteers as a teacher's assistant at Temple Bethel and as a dance teacher assistant at Lynn Academy. Julia serves as an example to the youth of Hillsborough Township that her achievements, leadership, and community service, and we are very proud that Julia is a member of our community. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that we, the mayor and the Hillsborough Township Committee, do hereby recognize and extend our sincere congratulations to Julia Hopson for having earned her Girl Scout Gold Award and honor her for both her and those who guided her. And we wish Julia all the best in her future endeavors. Next, we have an Eagle Scout, Joseph Cincotta. Joseph Cincotta, a sophomore at the Cambridge School and a member of the Boy Scout Troop 489, has earned the rank of Eagle Scout. Joseph's Eagle Scout project consisted of building a self-watering irrigation system for the Cambridge School's Learning Center. The system consisted of a gutter system that collected water into a rain barrel, delivering the water via underground hoses to a soaker hose in the garden's beds. Joseph also built a tool shed. The project required 16 volunteers and 174 hours to complete. Joseph served as a senior patrol leader, quartermaster, patrol leader, and historian. Joseph is a member of the Hillsborough High School marching band and volunteers at Sarling Conservancy planting trees, as well as participates in the beach cleanups and road cleanups in Hillsborough. Joseph serves as an example to the youth of Hillsborough Townships through his high level of leadership and community service. And we are very proud that he's a member of our community. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that we, the mayor and the Hillsborough Township Committee, do hereby recognize and extend our sincere congratulations to Joseph Cincotta for having achieved the rank of Eagle Scout, an honor for both himself and those who guided him, with best wishes for a bright future. Making my way around. So we are going to have our Girl Scout Gold Award. Please come up first. No, never mind. Back it up. Change. Oh, Girl Scout Week. Got you. Girl Scout Week. Come on. We'll take a quick picture and you can etch down. Just hold up real close to me.
For those of you who don't know me, my name is Sue Mayer. I'm the current service unit manager for Hillsborough Girl Scouts. We would normally bring together as many Girl Scouts as possible to share in tonight's proclamation, but for obvious reasons, I'm standing here with a much smaller group tonight, but I am honored to accept this proclamation on behalf of 412 Girl Scouts and 338 adult members here in Hillsborough. In Girl Scouts, we say GIRL stands for go-getter, innovator, risk taker, and leader. And I would say our girls and our volunteers' ability to pivot during this pandemic has exemplified that acronym. Our programs initially went virtual for those first few months, but at this point, our troops embrace online meeting platforms and others find ways to meet in socially distant ways. Once permitted, our service unit outdoors team eagerly found ways for our girls to enjoy the outdoors through hiking and environmental activities this fall and snow tubing a few weeks ago. And we're looking forward to Camp DeWitt, the summer camp here, the Girl Scout summer camp here in town, opening for day camp this summer. While some of our community service projects, like our annual Pink Pumpkin painting for breast cancer, our support of township Halloween activities, and preparation of meals for Ship in Somerville continued, some of our presence was transformed into new alternative programs, including bringing some brightness to our local assisted living facilities through parking lot Halloween parades, troops recording holiday carols for distribution rather than singing in person, and creating Valentine's Day decorations for their windows. We had 90 girls meet the requirements for our SU 72 Community Service Award this past spring. And for the 2019-2020 Girl Scout year, we had 25 Girl Scouts meet the hours requirement to earn the President's Volunteer Service Award, a national recognition for dedication to service, where they each received a signed certificate from the President of the United States. Those girls alone participated in a total of 1,400 hours of service combined. Our older Girl Scouts continue to take action in the community through their bronze, silver, and gold awards. While the pandemic introduced unforeseen challenges, many girls found creative solutions, educating the community on issues they were passionate about, through creating virtual webinars on topics from knitting to computer programming. They built their own websites, authored blogs, and recorded videos on a variety of topics. They provided much needed community activities with social distance in mind. They continue to reach out and inspire younger Girl Scouts to know that they still have the power to make positive change in the world. Since the start of the pandemic, we have had 31 girls complete their bronze award, 27 girls complete their silver, and 3 girls complete their gold awards, the highest award a Girl Scout can earn, with one of our girls being recognized tonight. Some of those projects were helped by local businesses and nonprofit organizations, so we want to thank them for their continued support. You may have seen fewer Girl Scouts this cookie season, but please know that our young entrepreneurs are still out selling. They're out selling in a limited number of booths the next few weekends. If you already bought, thank you for supporting our troops, as cookie sales not only teach the girls valuable business skills, but also allow the girls to earn funds for their troops' projects and community service activities. Cookie sales also financially support our council staff and properties like Camp DeWitt. I'd like to thank our dedicated Hillsborough volunteers for providing leadership, mentoring, and opportunities for our girls to be the next CEO, vaccine scientist, architect, activist, artist, or whatever they choose to be. I know this past year brought unfathomable challenges to your roles. Our volunteers include frontline workers, parents of young children navigating virtual schooling, and those who experienced tremendous personal losses due to COVID-19. So I personally thank you for your continued dedication. As the 2021 Girl Scout Week continues this week, I invite the community to celebrate 109 years with the largest organization serving young female leaders with courage, confidence, and character. If you wish to watch our Girl Scouts continue to grow, I encourage you to check out our Facebook page, Hillsborough NJ Girl Scouts, or visit the news section of our website, boroughgirlscouts.org. Thank you.
Now it's Julie's turn. You can come on. Parents, you want to hit it?
You guys did as much work as she did.
Now it's your turn to share.
Yeah. Thank you, Mom and Dad, and everybody else.
Mom and Dad, Mrs. O'Brien, everybody for your help.
Thank you for supporting.
So, Dad. You're up. Public speaking, well, you don't have to ask for that. Right?
Thank you for parents, thank you parents, and thank you everybody else for helping, supporting me.
You're welcome. All right, a quick break. For those who like to leave, you're welcome to leave right now, and then we'll leave. Okay, we are back in session. It is approximately 8:17 for a record. There is no new business at this time. So at this point, public comment on new business and matters not on today's agenda. If you have anything to talk, to bring up that is not on today's agenda, please raise your hand and we will promote you. Seeing none, say we'll move on. We do not have any public hearings nor introductions of ordinances at this time. So moving on to the consent agenda. We have items 1 through 15. As mentioned in Committeeman Thompson's report, we're excited to participate again in the Wayland National Mayor's Challenge. We have to defend our #1 position in the state of New Jersey. So we will talk more about that when it comes forward because, ex-mayor Doug Thompson has thrown the gauntlet down that I can't drop the ball here. So we're going to push that to make sure we have that. And then also we'd like to make a note to welcome to Doris Miller, who will be joining the tax assessor's team, and to Kyle Smith, who will be joining the building department's team. Is there anyone wishing to take any of these resolutions separately? Okay, may I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved, Mayor.
May I have a second? Thank you. Any comments from the dais? Committeeman Wright?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just had a few questions with a few, and is this the time to ask it, or do we go line by line?
Well,
This is it.
this is it.
All right.
Go ahead.
My first question, I think, was on consent number 4. And I was just curious, what were the boundaries for that and how many miles?
This is part of our ongoing grant application to get money from the state. To do that, we need to provide the engineering to apply for the grant for that phase 1 of the roadway, which is then ask for a quote to do that engineering, which is typically very static. Usually it's about the same every year. So then once we get the quote, we need then approve the quote to then do that study to submit to the state for the grant.
And in the documents provided to you prior to the meeting, it's all in there about how far it is. It's 0.65 miles from County Route 533 to Villette Drive.
So,
But it's in the documents that you have on your laptop.
okay, that I'm supposed to receive, was that,
It was in Civic Clerk.
because I know some stuff came out about 5:30. So I'm kind of a little
This
confused.
this has been on
Before
there.
that.
Okay,
Then that you probably just got into the, as of last week, got this
Yeah, yeah.
information. So
correct.
it was out prior to that.
Okay, I'm learning as I go. I
That's,
appreciate that.
that's okay.
And normally when it comes to, say, sending out a project to submit for bid and then funding, like, when would work actually begin?
Well, depends on when the grant is given, then it's got to go out to bid. And then once the bids are received, they have to be recorded by our CFO, Nancy Costa. They have to check and make sure that they are a good standing bid and they are able to do the work. And then if it's then decided that we come to the township and we approve the bid, and then at that point, the work is, because then we have to put the money into the budget, and then the work would begin after that. So it could be 20 days, 30 days, depending on what the timing is.
Okay, thank you, Matt.
You're welcome. Is that the only question you have, Committeeman?
Actually, I probably have more. I'm good at that. Consent item number 10.
Mhm.
With regards to the house, how much money have we spent on this property? Like, I know we consistently do it. We're asking for $42,150. How much money have we spent over the years on this property?
I don't know the exact number, but we've received numerous grants from the county. I think the last one we got last year or a year before was 300,000 or somewhere in that range. So it's been an ongoing project. To give you the exact total, I couldn't tell you. Obviously, we could get that for you, but
And they are all through county grant funds.
they're all through-
Yeah,
For the
and
historic
many
preservation.
times there's a matching element to that. So in order to receive the grant, we have to post some type of funding locally in order to be able to receive the grant.
Okay, and what is the house going to be used for? And again, I'm a rookie, so I'm really trying to learn my way, but what's,
Well, that's actually part of the discussion, but first, once we get the house built and restored, so it's safe for public to get in, and then at that point, we decide what the use would be, whether it be for meetings or for offices or whatever, but the first step is to get the house inhabitable.
okay,
Mayor, if you don't mind.
Sure.
We just started an internal task force I put together about 2 weeks ago in the Vanderveer house. So it's probably good timing. As Committeeman Ray just mentioned, we have gotten many grants over the years. So our goal is for this year to put this task force together because we're closer than we ever have with the exterior, with the porches, with the roof. So we're looking at doing some remediation inside of the house. So we're putting now together the appropriate department heads to see what we can and can't do for that usage, whether it's going to be for residential use or it's going to be for government use or business. So we're looking at all that. We just literally had our first meeting about 2 weeks ago.
Thank you. That's it.
That's it?
Thank you,
Okay.
Mr. Mayor. I
You're welcome.
appreciate that.
Anyone else from the dais? Any questions or comments? I was gonna get to you. I was seeing none. Mr. Ferrer.
Thank you, Mayor. Just as you mentioned, I just wanted to mention on consideration 9 and 14, both Doris Miller and Kyle Smith, both having over 25 years of experience in their discipline. So very excited to bring them both on board with wealth of experience and great customer service as well, which is important to me here in Hillsborough. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ferrer. So at this point, we will go to any comments from the floor on tonight's agenda. If you again, raise your hand. And I see one hand up.
Again, please state your name and address for the record, please, spelling your last name.
Hi, it's Deborah Blaney, the assessor. I just wanted to thank the mayor as well as the other committee members for hiring Doris and as well hiring the other two inspectors at the last meeting. So I just wanted to say thank you and looking forward to have a new staff. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Blaney. Anyone else from the public have any comments or questions on the thing? Seeing none, I will take a motion to approve consent agenda.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you. We have a second.
I'm sorry, you already have, we're voting.
Oh, we're voting?
Thompson, motion.
Oh, we did. I'm sorry.
I can rescind if you guys.
I'm out of order. Sorry, we have a first and a second.
Kind of undermine your motion, Doug.
Yeah, Doug, you're out.
Sorry.
It's the Girl Scout cookies. Got me all fired up. Please have a roll call, Ms. Bork.
Committeewoman Erickson.
Yes.
Committeeman Thompson.
Yes.
Committeeman Wright.
Yes.
Mayor Delcor.
Yes.
Mayor LaPlante.
Yes. All right, so next we have our claim list. May I have a motion to approve claim list 2021-05?
So moved.
And we have a second.
Second.
And comments from the dais? Nothing. Okay, from the floor? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Committeewoman Erickson.
Yes.
Committeeman Thompson.
Yes.
Committeeman Wright.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Delcor.
Yes.
Mayor LaPlante.
Yes. So that concludes our regular meeting. It is 8:25. We do have executive session this evening, so Ms. Bork, please read the executive resolution.
Whereas Section 80 of the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, the public law 1975 permits the exclusion of the public from a meeting in certain circumstances, and whereas the Township Committee is of the opinion that such circumstances exist, now therefore be resolved by the Township Committee of the Township of Hillsborough County, Somerset State, New Jersey as follows. Number 1, the public shall be excluded from the discussion of the here and after specified subject matter. Number 2, the general nature of the subject matter to be discussed is as follows: litigation, attorney-client privilege, Rang versus Hillsborough. Number 3, the Township Committee may take official action on those items discussed in the executive session upon the completion of the executive session. Number 4, the minutes of the discussion shall be made available to the public as soon as the matters under discussion are no longer confidential, sensitive nature. This resolution will take effect immediately.
Thank you. May I have a motion to go into executive?
So moved.
Thank you. Second?
Second.
We have a second. Comments from the dais? On the floor? And roll call, please.
Committeewoman Erickson.
Yes.
Committeeman Thompson.
Yes.
Committeeman Wright.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Delcor.
Yes.
Mayor LaPlante.
Yes, we are adjourned and going into executive session.